Previously, these 8 couples, in the chance of a lifetime, opened 2 restaurants. 4 couples in each restaurant.
Do it.
Right in the heart of Manhattan. Their chances of survival are in the hands of one man, Master Chef Marco Pierre White.
You're the red team, and this is your restaurant. You're the black team, and this is your restaurant.
Oh, my God.
Tomorrow night, we open.
To open a restaurant in a day? Oh, crazy.
They were judged by an anonymous restaurant critic
Should definitely not be eating this.
who delivered his verdict.
The black restaurant wouldn't last one night in New York City.
Then the chopping block claimed its first victim. Now, tonight, in a race to spruce up their restaurants, teams show their true colors, and they each have to wine and dine a party for one of America's top fashion designers and win over the secret food critic.
I want the top table served first.
Amidst the mayhem of 2 packed restaurants,
That is way too
No
rare.
way.
things go from bad
His lamb was coming out.
to worse.
Okay, what's going on here?
The most important aspect of any restaurant is the environment you sit in. So I've asked both teams to lay one table to show me a table that they would all be happy to sit at. When the teams arrive at their restaurant this morning, they will see that one wall has been painted white. It's a blank canvas. They can do as they wish. This is their challenge. The front of house teams from each restaurant have been sent to Pier 1 Imports to create their vision.
You're liking this?
Yes, I am.
At Pier 1, we created a concept of just being very minimalistic. We wanted to go with neutral colors, but then paint the wall some type of color that would contrast.
We could do maybe like a pale yellow color on the wall.
Okay, guys, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking dropping in them small bars with the marbles in there, and then maybe red paint on the wall. How about that?
Yeah, they're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
We decided our color palette was going to be red, cream, and silver. That made shopping really easy. You got that?
To go on the wall that would face the back of the house.
The front of house is very important. Very few people can read a room, and that is the most important aspect of any restaurant, is the room. The kitchen is the heart, and that then delivers the food. Both aspects of the business are equally as important. What I'm trying to do is assist you so one of you wins.
It was a major honor to have Marco in our kitchen and teaching us.
Gather round. So we've got black olives, green olives, cherry tomatoes, we've got a lemon, some olive oil, and we've got some capers. How easy is that?
I just kind of stood there in awe. He truly brought it down to, if you take a fresh ingredient, he made it look just ridiculously easy. I mean, it was crazy.
The heat's getting inside the fish. If you don't put enough oil in a pan, what happens is it tends to scorch. So we're just caramelizing it. It ticks all the boxes. All your energy is going into cooking the fish. Who can complain? It's always nice to season fish with a bit of lemon juice once it's cooked. All I'm trying to do is share a vision. And that vision is to buy great produce and serve it simply.
Thank you, Marco.
That's really good. It's excellent. Wow.
You make your life as easy or as complicated as you want.
Marco decided he was going to put on a little cooking display to show us the philosophy of keeping things simple and making something great.
Let's see what we can do. Let me see your scallops then. I walked into the black kitchen. I look at what they've got. They've got some scallops. They've got some oranges, a bit of olive oil. Let's show them something that they can do. Let's put the presentation side down first.
Simplify.
Coriander, scallops, and oranges, lemons.
Keep it fresh, keep it simple, keep it delicious.
I'm a boy who likes simplicity. but making sure at the same time as things work.
And he did that within a 15-minute cooking lesson.
Beautiful.
How easy is that?
It's beautiful.
Very easy. Why not just buy great produce and serve it simply? Why can't be that easy? All complication does is create confusion. Confusion creates inconsistency. Inconsistency creates failure. Good luck. Just take the philosophy.
What's the rest of the menu?
I need the seafood.
Well, I was thinking Chilean sea bass if we can get it.
Okay, so Chilean sea bass. I am the executive chef and I am ultimately responsible. It's about making our guests and patrons feel happy.
When we got back to the restaurant from Pier 1, we were given 1 hour to decorate the restaurant.
Start moving this table out of the way.
Let's do it. Oh shit, you're pouring your paint out on my head.
Hey guys, you have like 5 minutes to give us? So I sat everybody down and talked to them. We've talked about it. I am gonna be the head chef. And I promised them that if anything should happen, I will take full responsibility. I'll be the first one to stand up and say, it's my fault.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Paint the accent first?
You paint the edges first, and then you paint the rest.
The bottom looks good. The top needs to come to just a little bit to the left. I talked about this idea of doing contrasty stripes, using a contrast of matte finish paint and high gloss paint.
And that's the gloss? Sweet.
I think it's too yellow.
No, I think it's perfect.
Okay, and so are you gonna put the rest of your glasses on the table?
We're just doing one glass.
Why?
Because that's what we want to do.
I looked at the table settings and I noticed that there were minus water glasses on the table, and I suggested to my daughter that they put enough glasses on each table for water.
I don't like those.
We have 5 minutes, you guys. I'm gonna pull from the bottom, and it's looking very good.
Where are the nails? Where are they? Guys, you have seconds.
Careful with that table.
Perfect. Right over here.
Here, go, 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 go.
Okay, guys, looks like time's up.
I like it. Simple, very nice, guys.
Good job, good job.
What do you guys think?
This is like one of the hottest things that I've ever done.
I've asked both teams to lay one table to show me a table that they would all be happy to sit at. Why is that important? It gives me insight into what they like. And by what they like, I discover a little bit more about them as people. When I walked into the Red Restaurant, it had the feel of a real restaurant, but there were details they chose to overlook. Did you not think of buying an iron to iron the cloth on? Looks like you slept in it, doesn't it? Who chose the color of the wall? Good choice.
When Marco asked who decided on the red, Mikey said, I did. And I didn't want to contradict him in front of Marco, so I basically shut up. But we all know who decided on the red first. That was my idea.
And a poll.
Yes, I tried.
It's like dining on ship, isn't it?
Yeah. When Marco sat down and started shaking the table, I sort of kicked myself for not realizing it.
Okay, I'll be back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Then I went to the Black Restaurant. I was confronted by a bright yellow wall. Can I sit down?
Yes, sir. Please.
Oh. Where's the water glasses?
We will use the wine glasses for the water glasses.
Well, why don't you get a nice big water glass? Let them help themselves.
We tried to make it very simple because we wanted to accentuate the food.
I think you should hide the food as much as possible, what I saw the other night. It's very coordinated, isn't it? Black and yellow, sunflowers. I'm going to go for a little walk around the block and process my thoughts.
Thank you very much, Marco.
I'm so frustrated with you guys because I told you about the fucking glasses. I'm not gonna say anymore, okay? I'm just gonna fucking shut my mouth. I'm done. I'm done.
Go in the kitchen, because I'm
Angie,
over.
don't be
I'm over you.
confrontational.
I'm not confrontational. I'm just tired of fucking running my mouth and nobody's listening.
With Angie, it's almost like a spoiled child. If she doesn't get her way, she pouts.
The first thing he said when he sat down were the glasses. I came out and I said, the table doesn't look right, it needs more glasses. Oh, well, we don't like this and we don't like that. And you know what? We got a demerit because of that.
That's right, we did.
So, you know what? Fuck it. It's all for one and one for all. I'm doing what I do.
It's all right, we're still gonna win.
Not the way you're running it.
This morning, I challenged each team to dress a table in one corner of their restaurant. I have $3,000 for each team to put towards their makeover. But the winning team today will also receive a $10,000 shopping spree at Pier 1 Imports. It's now time to reveal my decision. That really bothers me, because I find it frustrating when I go to a restaurant. I didn't like the tablecloth. I like a nice crisp cloth. But what I did like the wall having two tones. I like something that's a bit more than one-dimensional. So I've got to say that you have won the challenge. Well done.
The prize. Oh, the prize is amazing.
So there's your cash. And here is another $3,000 to finish the rest of your renovations. And you have to do it by tomorrow night. Because we're opening at 7 o'clock. And tomorrow night's a special night. We've got a party for 60 people. Sit down, set menu, 3 courses for Nicole Miller, one of the city's top fashion designers.
Marco announces that we are going to be hosting a private dinner party for Nicole Miller and friends, and everyone's jaw dropped. We couldn't have been more excited.
These people are used to dining in smart restaurants, so therefore you have to work as a team to deliver. There's your reservations book, and well done once again.
Thank you very much, Marco.
Have a nice day. Work hard.
Thanks.
The red team have been given a substantial budget, $10,000 to spend at Pier 1 to take their dining room to the next level for this special party. That gives them the real edge. The same could not be said for the black team.
There you go.
I don't think I've ever met a bunch of people who like pain like you. Because I'm here to tell you that you've lost.
That was our second straight loss, and I am not a big fan of losing. This is really starting to bother me now.
But every cloud has a silver lining. There's $3,000 here to finish the rest of your restaurant. The black team, they've got it tough. They've only got $3,000 for their entire makeover for their restaurant. Tough. You've got a chance to beat the red team, and that's tomorrow night. At 7 o'clock, we open again. But this time, it's a dinner party in honor of Rebecca Taylor, one of New York's top fashion designers. Work as a team. Pull that rope together. If you don't pull the rope, it'll hang you. Good luck. Thank you for your respect.
All right, you guys, we have to come up with a name for this place.
A taste of time. Spell time like the herb. Everybody went around. That was one of our finest teamwork efforts right there.
Maintaining the red theme was crimson, like kind of like just red, but crimson. I think it's sexual sounding. It's kind of a turn on.
And we chose crimson. We all agreed that was probably the right call after we had put a lot of red into the restaurant.
What name did you come up with?
Inspirations.
Next, you'll be saying eleganza.
No, next one was fusion.
Well, what do you think about soul? What do you think about that?
Soul, I kind of like it.
S-O-U-L, soul.
Samantha and I picked out the name.
Actually, it was my name that I came up with, considering it was a team, but I thought of it. And it was transferred over to the rest of the team, and of course, they picked soul. Thank you.
She has my DNA. That's all I can say.
We had a lot of work to do. We had to finish painting We had to basically finish setting up the restaurant.
I don't think any of us got any sleep, and we painted this place from top to bottom. Cleaned, scrubbed, decorated, put all of our energy into turning this ugly restaurant into a beautiful place.
Home sweet home.
Okay, I'm gonna start
coming through.
doing stripes.
The next service could be the most difficult. 2 New York fashion designers as hosts. The red team, Nicole Miller. And in the black team, they've got Rebecca Taylor. They have to think very differently this time. How do they get the food out of a small kitchen with a few hands to 60 people all at once? Cooked perfectly, served hot, without upsetting their guests. Tough.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I volunteered to meet with Nicole Miller because I do this all the time with my catering business.
But I would like to have 2 choices, so, and I think...
I need the baby chicken to be lovely, personally. And this is gonna be nice and juicy, it'll be lovely.
That sounds delicious. I would love that.
We're in a narrow space.
I'm familiar with the space, actually.
Oh, you are? Okay,
yeah,
great.
my husband and I had our first date here.
She did put the pressure on us a little bit. We found out that she's familiar with our restaurant. Now you've just made our expectations even larger. You know, what are you doing to me, Rebecca? So, you know, it raises the stakes a little bit. We have to really shine for her.
And then seared Chilean sea bass with fennel, tomatoes.
I don't like Chilean sea bass.
You don't?
No, and isn't it endangered anyway?
When she said she hated Chilean sea bass, I was actually a little mortified because we have 25 pounds of it coming, and that was a bad moment. Oh God, I just thought it was just horrendous.
Nicole Miller, do tell.
Dude, I was dying. She doesn't want Chilean sea bass. She wants halibut and baby chicken.
I am the head chef for this evening, and it is mad pressure on me right now. You know, everybody's looking for me to be the leader and to figure out what exactly we're gonna do. We just got word about our menu getting redesigned at the last fucking minute. So
What do you need
from you guys?
What do you need?
What I'm gonna need from you guys is try to push the halibut. Keep in mind, we only have 38 orders of halibut.
Okay. Wow.
How'd it go?
Went absolutely incredible. We got some high expectations.
The food is here, but check and see what we actually got.
Yep.
Right?
Our menu for the night, we decided to go with ensalada caprese. And then for our entrees, they're gonna have a choice of either the pan-seared sea scallops with a smoky bacon-wrapped shrimp, a roasted rack of lamb, and then she's gonna do a nice fresh berry and a vanilla cream dessert.
On the menu for the night, we have a spinach and arugula salad, the second course, halibut, as well as baby chickens, and the same spring salsa for both the entrees, and tiramisu for dessert. Make sure we got spray or oil.
You know, when we were getting everything ready for our menu, ready for the event, in walks Marco.
Hi there. Come look at the poussin's.
Sure.
I've had Nicole on the phone. She doesn't want any bones in the poussin.
What?
She wants them boned. Where are
In the oven cooking.
they? You cooking them now, before service?
We were gonna par cook them to make sure that they were gonna be done.
I'll do one for you, because I can show you how it should be presented as well. I don't want a hard time from this lady.
So you're saying actually serve the entire chicken for one
Yeah,
person?
of course. You can't eat half a bird. Would you be happy with half a chicken?
Absolutely.
No.
When Marco came in and, like, at the last minute, said we had to serve the whole chicken, that brought us down from 40 portions of chicken to 20.
Just clean around the knuckle, run the knife round, okay? And don't forget to season it. So you're gonna put this on top of the garnish, aren't you, yes?
Yes.
So the 2 thighs there, yes? There you go.
And then he ate a leg. So that left us, left us with 19.
Okay.
Okay.
God bless.
Why don't we do some more? Don't we have more?
No.
No, we don't have it. That's all we got.
It is extremely hard to make over a restaurant in 24 hours. Unbelievably hard. Every bone in my body aches.
The black team cannot afford another loss. With another loss, that means 2 more people go, and it's down to 4 people. Sole restaurant, it won't survive, it's done.
That's really nice. Yeah, I really did.
As far as the makeover of the restaurant, when we put it together, I was completely blown away. It would look so good. I mean, it looked so good. We were just all going, wow.
There was a lot of talent in that room. It's really amazing to see that emerge after only 1 day.
It looks so gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Crimson is open for business.
Yeah.
The dinner service is the most important challenge every week. They may wobble, they may struggle. When it comes to service, they have to fight, they have to deliver. This is a competition, and the winner takes all.
We're going to be getting you seated this evening, but we're also going to be passing around cocktails for you to start, okay?
The food critic I've sent in tonight is Jeffrey Steingarten, food critic at Vogue. Very well respected. Great palate, great knowledge. He is anonymous, and he will form his opinion and then make a decision on who wins on that one-night service.
I didn't like the way that the front of the house started out. It was too chaotic at first. Everyone congested around the bar area. And it was difficult at that point.
Hello. Welcome to Crimson.
How are you? Oh, you're wearing one of my old vintage ties.
Once we finally did open the doors and Nicole came in with her entourage and everyone, it was just one person after another.
Can I get any of you ladies anything to drink?
There was a situation with the salads. I do believe that there was a little ulterior motive with Lisa. I stepped out to check to see if our guests were sitting yet, and I see they're still cocktailing. But Lisa tells them to go ahead and start plating salads.
I don't think it would really hurt to start making more salads, honestly.
It wasn't her place. She's not the chef.
That's not her call to make.
Don't mix any more salad. They're not sitting yet.
Okay.
It's just gonna sit there and get booked. I refuse to send out 40 salads that have been sitting in the heat in this hot kitchen. I even had to tell those guys, we're gonna redo all of these salads. And I know that that also kind of pissed everybody off, but I'm the executive chef and I had to make that call.
You need to help him with these.
What? No, no one needs to help, guys. There's too many people working, and that's when shit goes wrong.
Basically, the back of the house was one of the most disorganized dinner services I've probably ever worked on.
People are getting upset because they've been waiting for their food and they're really hungry.
Things aren't right. People are complaining about the food not coming out in time.
Do you guys only have 2 waiters working the whole party?
For 3 people to try to service 60 people all at once, it's a lot.
This is such good cheese.
Publicist or whatever is asked.
Hey, tell them we're making them fresh. Fucking schmooze them.
I walked in the middle of service into each restaurant to look at the staff and how they were dealing with everybody. What I saw, it was obvious the black team hadn't got their act together. They were struggling. They were unhinged.
How are you doing your lamb plate?
They are struggling, and they will sink you if they don't get the orders in.
When Marco walked in the kitchen, he thought that we all needed to get out there, all of us.
Lead from the kitchen. Go tell them.
I'll get it. Let's start serving salads. Start serving salads. I want the top table served first. It's a table of 6. Let's serve the head table, you and I.
Do we have a vegetarian dish that we can serve tonight?
No, we sure don't. I said I can come up with real quick. The vegetarian dish came right in the middle of service. We did not give a vegetarian option. We didn't think it was necessary. Make anything that's really good for a veg plate. I trust in you, brother.
I was extremely happy with the dish that I came home with because I kept with the same colors of what everyone else was eating. Vegetarians.
Veggie? One is for Vanessa. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
When I saw that, suddenly I went, wow, you know what? Chad can't cook.
Vegetarian dish?
He's never been on the hot line. If I was head chef, I would have not allowed that pasta dish out of the kitchen. It just wouldn't have happened.
I had the vegetarian pasta.
thought it tasted like dishwater. Okay, but maybe a couple people could do the food just to get it out because people are complaining.
Oh no, definitely. No, I understand. I can only bring.
There's only one person coming out with food at a time. I just don't think there's enough people bringing out food. You'll see, like, only one table has their food. If everyone, maybe more hands to bring out food would be bad.
Tonight sucked pretty badly. We weren't organized. The food was not getting great reviews.
You ate my potatoes? I ate her potatoes, and they were kind of cold. It was kind of an upset.
You know, there's only so much we can do.
Go ahead and start eating, please. We're just bringing it out for everybody. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you need anything, please let me know.
You can just serve me the salad.
Okay, we'll make something up for you.
Sure.
This is 2 croissants and 1 regular chicken.
You haven't cleaned around the knuckle. You haven't cleaned around the knuckle. Wrong, wrong, wrong. And it's cold, isn't it? It should be hot. It's not a salad.
My chicken is cold.
Because if you're going to serve it cold, then you should say serve cold.
I believe that some of the food that Lisa wanted to send out of the kitchen definitely could have been a little bit hotter than what it was. You know, it makes me look bad ultimately if the food is not out there
If
the
you're
correct way.
expediting food that's incorrect, it's going to come on him.
That's not acceptable.
Fucking A.
Are we reheating it?
Yes, we are reheating the damn shit.
Right there, baby.
Okay, some of those, like the medium,
Oh,
the well
that's
done
too
one,
rare.
yeah, I would sneak it
That
in a
is
little bit more.
way too
No
rare.
way, you're crazy.
You don't force rare meat on people. His lamb was coming out.
Service was crazy, and in walks Jeffrey Steingarten, who I recognized immediately. I'd seen him on TV before, and he's ruthless and vicious. He is an original gangsta, no joke.
Heads up, major food critic outside. Like a famous one.
The food critic shows up, and we're out of halibut. I just wanted to die. Okay, now that is a bad moment.
I've just been informed of a slight change in the menu. We have sold out of the halibut. We're now doing Chilean sea bass, but prepared the same way.
Chilean sea bass is in danger.
Not here, it isn't. We got plenty.
I snapped back with a little wit, and he got a little chuckle out of that, so I think he liked that. I think he was entertained.
Okay, what's going on here?
All of a sudden, Nicole Miller walks in.
Somebody wanted halibut, and there's no halibut left?
Oh, wait, yes, we're getting the Chilean sea bass. As it's coming out of my mouth, I'm like,
I don't want to serve anybody Chilean sea bass, like, ever.
Miss Miller was very against serving anyone sea bass. So being that that was her wishes and she's our guest of honor, I served the salmon.
The salmon was 5 days old, and it was farm raised. But Michael chose it and served it.
And I do not eat salmon.
That's not farm salmon.
Unless it's Alaskan wild salmon.
Honestly, I think the only thing I can really hope for is that black team just really fucked up.
Good
See you later.
Good service. Bye-bye.
I think we have a chance of winning only if the red team sucked worse than we sucked.
Like maybe a kitchen fire, something like that.
Like
but
bees, like a lot of bees in a restaurant.
Hi there, how are we?
Hello, chef.
Last night, we had a food critic in, and he was judging you. He dined in both restaurants. And he's formed his opinion, which he's going to now deliver to you. His name is Jeffrey Steingarten from Vogue magazine.
It was nerve-wracking when Jeffrey Steingarten came in because we were all under the impression that we'd done a piss-poor job. So we're all very much on edge, not sure what he was going to say.
Given the fact at Seoul, you'll serve at the bar shrimp cocktail, which I assume you realize it was kind of a joke, right? kind of what my parents served when they had people over. Now, the first course, which is listed here as ensalada caprese, was one of the worst things I've eaten in 2 or 3 years, I would say. I don't think I would be able to find a buffalo mozzarella as bad as the one that you bought.
We actually did go to the store down the street, and...
I mean, did you run it over with a truck or something?
I am a little nervous. I'm leaning towards the fact that maybe we did lose again, but I hope I'm wrong. All in all, it falls on our shoulders. We were in charge here.
Fortunately, the next course at Seoul was, by and large, really good. The New Zealand rack of lamb was perfectly cooked.
I actually was happy about that because that was my dish that I put out that night.
But I would say that the best piece of food that I had were the crab cakes that I had here. They were among the best crab cakes I've ever had. So then my wife and I walked down to the other restaurant called Crimson, and unlike the salad at Seoul, your salad was perfectly presentable, perfectly delicious, but that was a very good choice. Then we come to the choice of main courses. Our baby chicken, I would bet, had been made ahead of time. Skin wasn't crisp, there were no juices, and as a result of that, I think it had very little taste.
Was it hot?
Oh no, it wasn't hot. So my wife ordered the halibut, but then you, I think, also ordered Chilean sea bass. It's endangered, I don't eat it. But then whoever was bringing out the food didn't bring out the alternative of Chilean sea bass.
Your wife didn't want salmon, did she, Jeffrey?
No one should want farm salmon.
I agree.
It was the kind of surprise that you get when the doctor says you have herpes.
Now, Jeffrey, tell me who the winner is. Seoul or Crimson?
Well, I'll have to say that before I read over my notes last night, I had a sense that Seoul should not win. And I think I had a better time at Crimson. But after I went over every dish, I think there's no doubt that Seoul was the winner.
Oh, yeah. We just had our first win.
Jeffrey, thank you very much for your kind words and very constructive words.
Unbelievable. I'm so excited right now.
With the Crimson, that means that I'm going to have to sack one couple very soon. So if you could go back to Crimson Restaurant, I'll be over very shortly to deal with you personally.
Red team had to lose this time. I can't even explain to you what would have happened if the red team won again. Our morale probably would have hit the floor. So it's a good thing.
It's really hard when you feel pretty confident, you feel good about your team 1 minute, and then a second later, it's like the sucker punch to the gut.
I'm definitely caught off guard by the critics' decision. Yeah, I just didn't think it was gonna happen after last night's service. I was confident in what we did.
I feel smacked in the face.
When it comes to making decisions in the restaurant business, you can never allow your emotions into your decision-making. I have good reason to sack every one of you. Michael.
Yes, Marco.
You were the head chef.
Yes.
Why do you think you failed?
I think it was a little lack of teamwork. I think it was also a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of miscommunicating going on yesterday.
Who let you down?
In my team, honestly speaking, I would have to say Lisa.
Did you get respect from Lisa?
Not totally, no.
I feel I didn't disrespect him at all. I felt like he lost some confidence. And when he lost his confidence, all of us didn't know what to do.
Marco, you know, when chef makes a call, you carry it out, simple as that. And that was totally disregarded. I don't think it was I don't think we were very strong in reference to teamwork. And I think that that's a major issue in the kitchen.
Chad, tell me, talk to me.
I was doing a
You
lot
didn't cook the poussin?
No, I
Did
did
you
not.
cook the fish?
No, I did not.
So why were you there?
I did most of the plate up. We had suddenly 2 vegetarian dishes that had to be made. I made those. I believe I worked hard as a backup, just
As a backup?
for what needed to be done. There were only 3 dishes on the menu.
I worked hard as a backup. I'll hold back. Stay under the radar.
Not at all.
I spent many years in the kitchen. Many years. And here's something I can smell a rat.
May I say something? I think you have to consider both parts of the couple, because we haven't talked really about front of house at all, and I think that's a big part of this competition and a big part of the challenge. And I think front of house, myself, Vanessa, and Annapole are the strongest here.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that Panya separated herself from the rest of the group.
But Panya's the weakest link in as far as the front of the house.
Wait a minute. Can I respond to that statement that he just made? The initial decision to paint the restaurant red was my choice. I did absolutely contribute to front of the house. I busted my behind.
What do you think, Vanessa?
Just based on yesterday's contributions and performance, I would send home Panya and Michael.
Annapole. Lisa.
Well, if I'm not going to be emotional about it, which is...
You can't be, it's business.
I know, this is the hardest part, okay? I'm just gonna have to say it's Chad. Because he hasn't been on the hot line. I hope you know what I'm saying.
I mean, I agree.
You know, it's,
if I was in her shoes, I could...
Are you trying to make my life easy?
No, I mean...
Fight for what you want in life. Fight for it. Michael, Panya.
For the health and well-being of the restaurant, Chad and Mikey.
Chad, Mikey, what do you have to say?
I've worked so hard, and I really believe in what we can do and what we're capable of. And to see what this place has become in just such a short amount of time was so inspiring, and I was so proud of it. It was like my child. And I've worked...
Our child, not my child. Don't be selfish. Have you got any emotions to share with me, Chad?
No, Marco, no emotions. I mean, I have a lot to learn.
What you're saying is you put your head on the block to have it chopped off. Is that what you're telling me?
If there could be a divider here, yes, but I know it's
you're
not
one.
fair. It's not fair to say that. And
you put in Mikey's head on that block to be chopped off.
I love him, and he is one of my best friends. But for the success of a business, I can't sit here and bullshit.
Chad, by you volunteering, you took Mikey with you. Please leave.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. By agreeing with the others, he highlighted his weaknesses. You cannot give a man a restaurant who's prepared to lay down. You give a restaurant to a man who's prepared to fight for it.
When it came down to it, I couldn't lie to myself. And although Mikey is one of the most amazing front of the house people that I've ever been around, I wasn't the strongest person in the kitchen.
You know, we came into this as a team, and we'll leave as a team. I took a piece to remember it all. I'm gonna miss it. Bye, Crimson.
Let me just say this. I was offended in reference to being the weakest link in the front of the house. Excuse me, can I finish? And this is the lack of respect because you won't even let me talk.
I just wanted to go point by point.
And you still won't allow me to talk.
She has to finish. I think that it's just very unfair to single me out, and I just think it's unfair.
Now, we both know everybody's hurt here, and we have to move on, because if we don't, we're going to be eliminated over something stupid.
Do you trust me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Let me tell you one thing. It's going to get very tough. The restaurant business is hard. Learn very quickly who your friends are. Because you're not all friends. You've proven that to me. Sort out your issues. Sort out your egos. Work as a team. Good night.
Good night. Good night.